Good morning students. In this chapter Rocks and Minerals, today we are going to talk about the sedimentary rocks. Now sedimentary rocks are formed by accumulation of sediment. Now how this sediment is formed? They are broken pieces of rocks brought down by streams and rivers, okay, in the form of mud, pebbles, gravel and sand. They are deposited on the banks of the oceans and the seas and the rivers. The heavier particles, those which are heavier like stones and pebbles, they are settled down first. Stone and pebbles settle down first. Then the little lighter one like the sand and the silt. And then lastly the clay, the lightest one, settle down. Those particles which settle down are called sediment. Okay, so these are all things brought by the water, rivers and oceans and seas. Okay, so sediments are layers after layers. Okay, all the time fresh layers are formed, and naturally when fresh layer is formed, they form over the previous one. So in this course of time, they harden up and become rocks. So it is formed from pebbles, sand, gravel, mud or clay that are deposited in the ocean. Okay, so rivers, they bring it from the mountains and they carry it to the ocean, so they keep on depositing it. These sediments are brought to the shore. Then again the water flows, or even if it is a frozen sea or ocean, when the floating ice also, they bring it to the shore, and the layers are cemented together with minerals. Minerals are there and they form, layers after layers, as I told you. First the heaviest one, and then the second layer, and lastly we have the lightest one, is the clay. The layers are cemented together by minerals, and in this way they form the rocks. They harden up. They are also formed by dissolved minerals, minerals which are dissolved in water. They form and they are deposited on the shores of the oceans and the seas or rivers. Also formed from the shell of tiny sea creatures. Now, the sediments, they keep on depositing on the sea creatures also. No? Layers after layers, as I discussed, the stones and pebbles, and then you have the sand and the silt, and then you have clay. They keep on depositing on the sea creatures which are underneath the sea, and then they harden, and then these shells of these sea creatures are also, you will find this sedimentary rock. Now we are going to discuss about the different types of sedimentary rocks.